Mayo Clinic's Board of Trustees recently announced a $5 billion plan to transform healthcare, improve experiences for staff and patients, and to transform the Rochester campus. This is a very exciting news because it will definitely change the Rochester economy and real estate. So if you're moving to Rochester or thinking about it, whether you work at Mayo or not, this is something that you should definitely know about. So in this video, I want to tell you more about the plan and how I think it will affect real estate. First, let's talk about what the plan entails. And by the way, I have a link to the full article on the video description below. Mayo Clinic's Board of Trustees has approved the Bold, Forward, Unbound, which is a strategic initiative to transform healthcare. It reimagines Mayo Clinic's downtown Rochester campus and introduces innovative care concepts and digital technologies. The initiative is part of Mayo Clinic's broader Bold, Forward, Unbound plan to integrate physical spaces and digital capabilities across all sites. The goal is to anticipate patients' needs, accelerate cures, and improve patient connections. The new facilities will emphasize nature, sunlight, and community-centered neighborhoods to support healing. The focus is on advancing teamwork, transforming the patient experience, creating cures, and improving outcomes. Mayo Clinic plans to introduce flexible clinical buildings that can adapt to changing needs over time. The new facilities aim to streamline patient experiences and challenge traditional definitions of hospital and clinic care. Integrated digital capabilities will enhance patient care without hindering interactions with technology. Logistics improvements, parking structures, and access options will enhance the overall patient and staff experience. It will be interesting to see how transportation to and from downtown Mayo changes, because that will definitely affect how easy it is to commute as downtown Rochester continues to grow, especially with this big project. Construction is set to begin in early 2024, with some facilities expected to open as early as 2028 and full completion by 2030. So it goes without saying that I am not affiliated with the Mayo Clinic or that I'm not a medical professional, but from reading this article multiple times, it's pretty fascinating to see how Mayo is basically planning for the next 100 to 200 years, taking into account new technologies, artificial intelligence, and how they can create a space that will accommodate all the future improvements in technology and being able to best take care of patients, but also helping the staff or the employees or people that work at the hospital to also be able to focus more on the patient and not have to worry so much about inputting data or technology and things like that. So very fascinating. And now I want to talk a little bit more on real estate and how this investment will affect real estate. In terms of real estate, I believe that values here in Rochester will continue to grow for residential and commercial real estate. Back when COVID was more prevalent and it was newer, there was kind of more of a distancing away from the downtown. A lot of businesses, restaurants were affected by that and kind of leaving downtown. I think that with this new hospital and investment that Mayo is going to make, that's going to actually draw more people to downtown again, which I think is great. And I think that obviously with a new hospital, you're going to have more people coming to work at Mayo, so more residents and employees at Mayo. I think other businesses, hopefully some bigger companies will come to Rochester because of Mayo and this new investment. So all of these things will increase demand. Home prices are driven by supply and demand. So the supply side has been pretty low for the last several years. Demand has been a lot higher than the supply. It's been a seller's market. And I think that'll continue to be the case. Despite interest rates having gone up to almost 8%, we still saw demand. Obviously less demand than when rates were at 3%, but still we've seen a steady amount of demand, and I think that this investment will create more demand. More people will be moving to Rochester, so I think the neighborhoods closest to the hospital that are walking distance will continue to see home appreciation. But I think overall in Rochester, with the growth that we've been seeing the last several years, with this new investment and plan, we'll continue to see more growth. And so I think overall home prices will continue to rise for both residential and commercial. So if you are thinking about moving to Rochester, hopefully you found this valuable, helpful, and exciting. And if you have questions about real estate, or you're looking to buy a house, or if you have any other questions, you can always reach out to me, and I'll have my contact information on the video description below. Thanks for watching.